Well, how y'all doing? Wednesday, Derby Jack here. Well, I've had one hell of a morning. Tried to finally got my rent paid, and then found out that that they gave my apartment complex gave us the wrong app to use. They gave us the general MoneyGram app when we needed their special app, which had all the information. So I ran around, had to go to my bank, not knowing this prior. Had to go to a place where they were able to do it after going to three places that didn't do what they paying bills. And then when I finally got one, they wouldn't take my credit card. I had to go get cash. So I went to my bank. I'm talking to them. They thought it was ridiculous, and so I got my cash, went and got this paid. Finally ended up getting a hold of the office here at my complex. They were finally in because I've been trying to get in touch with them to bitch at them. And the woman finally helps me and gets me, cute young lady that works here. She finally gets me the app that they were supposed to give us, which I was able to do for next month over the phone. Now, I was just watching a video on Richie's TV channel, and this guy had a drone footage of Kansas. I think it was last night, if I'm accurate, but showed this tornado, how it was whirling around. But as you're watching it, I mean, he had about 20 minutes of this. As you're watching it, it's moving as if it's got a mind of its own. It would go over an area of where it's destroying it and just hover. And after destroying the whole building, would move on. Stop at the next building. Hover. Not just move, but hover. Stay there until it's destroyed everything in that area and then move on. Then change direction to go down a road where all the power things are and power line. I mean, and then taking out the power. It was like, it was methodical, and it was as if it was being controlled. I don't put it past our demon-filled scientists and madmen out there, okay? Also the military complex. Definitely a bunch of demon-filled people. So, they're talking about the possibility of using drones. Could you imagine here in the United States who is going to be the enemy of the state, since we're living in an upside-down world? Well, of course, the enemies are going to be Christians, people who would be considered conservatives, and us people who live in the fringe because we don't want to cooperate with a new world order. So people like us will be considered the enemy. We'll be the enemy of the state. And we will be hunted down eventually like dogs, and we will be slaughtered. Now, this is the world you live in. This is the country you live in, Do not put it past this so-called America, the beautiful. That's an illusion. It always has been. You have been manipulated. You have been raped. Yeah, in the last 2 years, you have been raped, and you don't even know it. You have been manhandled. Humanity. You have been lied to. You have been played with. You have been experimented on. And guess what? You don't even see it. You believe in the science. You believe you're a monkey. And even if you say, well, no, that's not what I believe. I believe in science. Well, you have to, because that's what they do. Anyway, every madman in that field thinks of you as an animal. That's it. When you start recognizing how they'll think of you, then you may think less of what they tell you. Because a good percentage of how they think of you is not always good for your benefit. If a real doctor was a healing doctor, their whole purpose would be to heal every injury and every plague that they could, not to make it worse, not to make one in the first place. Only madmen think of these things. So y'all need to start thinking for yourself. You need to break free from this world of madmen, this world of fools and monkeys, and all that's what they have made you. And even if you're a Christian and you say you believe in the science, you have been made a monkey. And if you believe in the science, you are a monkey. You are no longer a Bible-believing, Spirit-filled Christian. And if it's so easy for you to believe in that, then you may not have the Holy Spirit in you in the first place. But do you understand what I'm saying? If it's so easy for you to go that route and not even consider prayer, I guarantee you a good 70% of Christians who have fallen for all this malarkey in the last 2 years never even went to God in prayer. Never. I guarantee you. And I guarantee you, they know who they are. And they probably have this arrogant, religious answer for me. And that probably is, stop hammering. They're working on a bill. I'm getting sick of hearing the hammering. But anyway, good God, I forgot what I was going to say because of the hammering. But anyway, it's a matter of you're going to have to try to break free from this worldview and the monkey way of thinking. If you say you're a Christian and you are living by the world, then you may not have the Holy Spirit. That's what I was saying before. And you may be fooling yourself. And that means that if you've been fooled, that means that when Christ returns, you're not going to heaven. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what's called the great falling away. And for all you people who do not understand this, for all you people who say, well, I'm born again, nobody's going to take that away from me. You're right, nobody can, but you can lose it. As easy as you can lose your wallet, lose your purse. You see what I'm saying? Just as easy. So, you lose yourself in a system, and you take away, by what you believe according to the system, you take away who you are as a Christian. And for your own mind, what is falling away is that every decision you make according to them and not according to God and His Word first. You don't even consider God and His Word. You just consider what they're saying. Because a lot of arrogant Christians, this is what I was going to say, a lot of arrogant Christians seem to believe that, well, God put these people in their place. Isn't it true that God put all people in leadership in their... Yes and no. It doesn't mean that God may not have allowed them to go there, but remember one other thing. You're also living in the beast system. You're also living in a world that belongs to a slumlord. That means that God is not always going, even though He is in full control, there's certain things God has relinquished his control over. And that is, He has allowed Satan to control the world because it was given over to him by fallen man, Adam and Eve. So God, in His fairness, allows Satan to do what he wills. And in everything that's been going on, especially in the last 2 years, if you can't see it, dear Christian, then you need to evaluate whether you are really a Christian. See, if you're seeing all this as like normal, or you're dealing with it and it's okay, and you're ready for anything. If they say, see, that's not living as a Christian. That's living as a fool, and that's living as a monkey, and that's living in the world. So that's the great falling away, is the Christians who do not trust in God and believe in the system. That means that they believe in the beast system, and whatever comes, and whatever tattoos, whatever injections, whatever chips, or whatever they want to put in most people, you will go for it, because you're in the beast system and you are going with everything thus far. So, to state that the mark of the beast has already been or is upcoming doesn't matter. If you are already falling down that hill, you cannot stop rolling. You will take what they give you. So that's something to think about. And like I said, once again, keep in mind, these mongrels out there, that the military, it isn't far beyond them to want to take out their own citizens in their own country. They've done it in other countries. Secretly, they've done it in this country. You just don't know about it. We just don't know about it. But I guarantee it's happened. And I guarantee it will happen. And I guarantee you, it will happen on a scale that people will know about it. They will be taking out Christians. They will be taking out so-called conservatives. They will be taking out truthers, or like what they like to coin us, conspiracy theorists. Anybody who makes a voice against their new world order will be taken out. This is truth. You can either believe it or not believe it. You could either think of it as science fiction and then go ahead and watch your Netflix and then get into your own science fiction. Because what you're watching in science fiction, there's a truth going on out here, even more diabolical than any science fiction movie you could see. So anyway, not to mention a bunch of gangsters who want to jack you up, so to speak, using my name in vain. Okay. So yeah, they want to jack you up. They want to hook you up. Yeah. Get you hooked up on the web. So everybody knows everybody. No, thank you. I'm a loner, and I appreciate my personal space. I don't need nobody else in my head except for the Holy Spirit of God. You know what I'm saying? So, and me. Any more voices than that, just too much for me. So, well, anyway, just thought maybe y'all ought to be thinking about these things and recognizing that, this world you live in, remember you're passing through if you're a true Christian. If you're working in the Holy Spirit and you're allowing the Holy Spirit to guide you. If not, you're a failure, you're going to hell, and if you want to change, you better get on the ball and start getting on your knees and weeping and asking God for forgiveness and changing your heart, because the hourglass is almost up and you don't have very much longer. It could happen any moment, okay? And that means between now and, well, they take 2030. I don't think we're going to last that long, people, but that's all right. To each their own, For those who do not go, more elbow room in heaven. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But anyway. Maybe a lot of empty mansion rooms. Maybe some of us will get 2 or 3. Who's to say? For those people who failed. Didn't get there. I don't know how that'll work. Anyway. Derby Jack out. See you all on the other side.